Hey guys, it's me Edgar here to do my review on Impulse. I wanted to do my review on this series. I enjoyed the show so much, I might as well talk about it. And I'm happy. I am fucking happy that there are people out there that do love the show and still commenting on my video and saying how much they truly enjoyed that show and how much they really loved it and how much they really are fucking pissed off. What the fuck, YouTube? Seriously. Why? Seriously. You fucking cancel a good show and you fucking sick bastards, you got your head up your asses so far you can't even see straight, but fucking you let people like Logan Paul or these idiotic fucking YouTubers that do not give a shit about your platform, you allow that shit to continue on. Whatever. But besides all that shit, I mean, I really want to talk about it, and I want to say how I feel about it, and vice versa. When I first saw it, episode 1, Impulse, on the YouTube recommendations. And it looked interesting, so I checked it out, and I was like, wow, holy shit, this is actually pretty interesting. And as I watched the show, this is before season 2 came along. As I watched the show, I saw a teenager girl who really was just very alone person, just a person that just wanted to get her shit together and everything in between. And she has this seizure problems, which is very interesting that she has these capabilities from that, and eventually it became something more, and in between, and all that stuff. And I really liked how they took a realistic scenario for a person, and they do something really new, and they really made something original, but has familiar elements of X-Men. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm actually saying that's a good thing. However, I personally felt that the show had so many great moments, and you could have had at least this show, and in my opinion, at least go at 5 or 10 seasons long. Just on how they explore the mythology on these teleporters and what's coming next. Are there more people that have special powers? And especially that ending where you see Henry meet up a Professor X type person, you could say. And I really just felt like, man, oh man, we could have had something more. I was predicting we were going to get a little bit of more X-Men vibes. That she was going to join a team and fall in love with someone that has powers just as like hers or something else, and she would have a new path. She would have something better. She would have something really benefit that she could actually call home. And the fact we will never see that, and the fact that now YouTube has canceled this series, now they changed the narrative where instead of getting another season and seeing her finding where does she belong, now it makes that narrative she ran away and she's with someone else. And it kind of makes that story a little bit more sad, because you basically have a girl who didn't realize that her father was a teleporter, and then later on was trained by the guy who killed her father. And then after that whole thing goes around, her friends try to help her, try to figure out if there's any way to help Henry, and realizing that there's nothing they could do that could help her. And you have Clay's father wanting to know what the hell's going on, and wanting to know, does she have powers? And he has a gun pointing at Henry and her mother, and she's forced to use her powers to protect her mother, and that was a good, like, oh my god moment. Oh, just that tension was so real, it was insane. And I loved the whole, like, moment where Henry just reacts to that whole moment. And I have to prop the actress who did Henry. I mean, she's absolutely a great actress. All support on her. She's just amazing. Capturing that emotion, that first time she sees a dead hand and she pukes her guts out just because it's so disgusting and just sickening. And I really loved how you see a lot of great things in this show, a lot of great moments that a real person would react this way. And I just feel that Henry, it has such a tragic story. The fact that they kill this show and it changes the narrative to where it's basically a girl finds out that she has powers, her friends tried to help her, they became useless, and pretty much she runs away, and her family, aka her sister and friends, take care of her mother, and she goes off to a place where she could be accepted. That's basically what they just did. And we'll never see what happens to Henry. We'll never see other plot threads that were set up that never gonna be continued. Will she take the drug that Nikolai was using in season 1 and 2? And especially Nikolai, he reminds me of Magneto so much, and I like his character where he was mentoring Henry to such a degree that I'm starting to think, is he gonna go rogue and help Henry and go forward, and maybe it's the government is gonna go on a bounty on them, and he has to take her in and pretty much protect her and protect her family and stuff like that. Is he gonna do this? Is he gonna do that? And then we find out, oh no, he's still a fucking bad guy through and through, and he killed her father. And the moment Henry reacted, it was like through hesitation. I love the acting. It's so goddamn good. You saw Henry was pissed. She felt betrayed. She felt just so angry that this fucking man, this man that she trusts, that she literally relied on, killed her father. And it was such a big moment, and I felt so sorry for Henry. I was actually thinking, is she gonna find her father and maybe kind of resolve some issues that she has, and maybe we'll go something a little bit more interesting? And I felt like we were gonna go that direction, but we didn't. And it's just, the fact is, I really liked the fact that you get to see Henry really just broken. She's just a broken woman that tries to have a normal, everyday person's life, but now she's caught in this middle of, she has powers, she has teleportation to go one place to another. Every time she sleeps, she goes to another place, and her friends are trying to help her, but it absolutely became useless in the end. And overall, she had to give up her life with her mom. And that's the most saddest part about Henry's story. And I really wanted to see Henry's story to end on a note where, if we got a movie or a special or whatever, just resolve that issue of Henry finds a place, she goes to a place where she could be accepted, and she falls in love with someone. I mean, that's what I was thinking. She was going to be that Jean Grey or Rogue that falls in love with a hothead, that accepts her, that likes her, and just goes forward. The supporting characters, they were cool, but not much interest on them. I wasn't really interested on them that much. It was more like I wanted to know more about Henry and where does her story lie, not her supporting characters, because her supporting characters, they're not bad. It's just they're just average, in my opinion. There's not much to say about them because they don't go anywhere that I particular like. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying their stories are not interesting as enough as Henry is. But just overall, fantastic show. People say it should go on Netflix. People say it should go on HBO Max. I think it should. I mean, why not? If Cobra Kai, I think that's it is, another YouTube series that was connected to the Karate Kid show, or Karate Kid movie. Correct myself. I personally feel that it should go there, but I feel like the showrunners never went that direction, and I feel like they gave up too quick. And I'm gonna say this: I found out this show got canceled from an Instagram. I have an Instagram account, and I saw a petition to renew Impulse for season 3, and I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? And a person explains that Impulse got canceled, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I research, and I even go look at where is the showrunner and go forward. It really just like, wow, just unbelievable. I'm sorry I went all over the place, but I just talked about what I liked about the show, and there was a lot of things that I really thought the show was really cool, and I really liked Henry's story, and I liked the fact that you're seeing a girl that takes a lot of things for granted and just sees a lot of what would a person would react if she had this power. And it was great. It was awesome, and it was just amazing. And I'm fucking pissed because not only this show gets canceled, but my other favorite show get canceled as well. It's kind of fucking hilarious that Sabrina, that I said I hope Sabrina doesn't get canceled, and then months later Sabrina gets canceled. Just such ironic that shit happens. It pisses me off too. Anyway, I do recommend the show. You will have a ton of fun watching it. But just know this: it's about a girl who finds out that she has special powers from her dad, and also you get to know more about that particular race, and she runs away. That's basically it. You have a girl that finds out that she has powers. Later on, she tries to resolve it, and then realizing she's doing more harm than good. That's basically it. I mean, it's sad, but it's the truth. And I wish there was a season or a movie or a special that we could have resolved some issues. But too little, too late. Will we ever get a sequel series? I doubt it. Will we get a comic book? I doubt it. There's so much doubts. I don't know when they'll ever do such a thing like this. It's probably going to go a show that was good but forgotten later on. It's sad, but it's the truth.